Hello, mini-game tubers, and welcome back. Let's play Final Fantasy IV DS with me, BlueAnkylo. I've traveled back to the Dwarven Castle and remembered that I should have probably done this when we came back here the first time with Edge. So now that we've got Edge, we've got a new mini-game to try out, and it's one of the important ones, depending on how you want to use White, if you want to use White. Buffing his speed up does let him get his actions much quicker, so you can get more use out of him if that's what you want to do. Whether you want him to be strength attack based, or white magic based, or black magic based, you probably want good speed to go with it. So let's have a look at the Ninja Blade. Touch the monsters that appear, attack them with shurikens, hold the stylus down to use a ninja transformation. Right. So you can turn into a log, totally Naruto style, and dodge attacks. Alright. So, you got 3 HP, you can take 3 hits. Alright, and these guys take 2 hits. Flowers are 1. Trees are 2. We are timed. Oh! I did not dodge that. Okay, this is going to take me some practice to get very good at it. We're actually getting a decent score. Probably not getting anywhere near max. Alright, let's see if we can dodge that. There we go. Oh, the boss. No, dodge! Yeah, I did not dodge that. Dodge? Oh, okay, you gotta learn how long it takes to dodge. Killing the Marlborough will, I think, get you very close to 99999. So, it turns out we actually got a pretty, got half the score. We'll probably get like 15 or so speed just from that. Yeah, look at that, 15 on the dot. My math is working out. So, even if that's the best I could do, we would get up to about 45 speed, which is about as good as the rest of the party. If I can get it up to max, if I can kill the Marlborough, we can get very speedy White. Okay, remember, 2 clicks for those. And you actually have to be very accurate with your stylus, or else you don't do any damage. Like, it's easy to, like, just click a little bit off. Like, looks like I was clicking that guy. Now, that may be more in relation to using the emulator. Maybe the accuracy on the emulator is not very good for the touchscreen. I don't know for sure. But you definitely need to be quick. Hide? Okay. Dodge. Dodge. Oh, man. Okay. Okay, you have to wait for that next poison bubble. Only got 9 seconds. Maybe I should have just let those hit me. I don't know. No, that would have killed me. Come on, yes! I killed the Marlborough at least. We didn't get max. So basically, I need to kill stuff quicker if I want to get the max. But I think that gives you a pretty good idea of how to do that minigame. It's just a matter of practice and being quick. I think I'll be able to max it out. We'll see. Anyway, I'll meet you guys back after I finish this up, and once I've decided a interesting build for White. I'm gonna try to use him in the next dungeon just for a change. So, see you guys back in a little bit. Okie dokie, so I have maxed out my little White. Took a little bit of doing. Oops, that's the wrong place. If we go to abilities, if we look at his current stats, they are all maximized. So, his attack power is still not that great because he doesn't get to equip anything, but his basic attributes are perfect. So we're going to use him to cast magic rather than attack physically. Unfortunately, he doesn't actually have access to all abilities, only certain things. You can pick out specific spells. You can give him a counter, which will pick whatever. I think it actually might be the top. Oops. It might be only the top option. Ugh, so frustrating. Dealing with White's commands takes so much fiddling around. Anyway, point is, pick up Quake. Back to Fast Talker. He should cast Quake very quickly. It should do pretty good damage. He will also counter with Quake, if I understand correctly. And that's as good as we can give him for now. There's no more perks, no more really good augments that we can give him. I've also unlocked his various gear, so he can look like a ninja, summoner, white mage, dragoon, or paladin. There are actually a few more. I kind of like... I think we're going to go with the paladin gear. I think it works pretty well with him, and I'm not going to give him a new face. So, okay, let's go test him out, and then we'll head to the next area. It cost Rydia 50 MP to summon him, and he lasts for a fair while. I don't know exactly how the timer works for White. It might be like he gets a certain number of actions and then he leaves, or it might be like a couple rounds or a certain number of so much time. But we'll have a quick test. We'll see how this affects, how effective this is. Unfortunately for 50 MP, it's still a pretty expensive summon for Rydia. So we'll just do a quick fight around here. Hopefully a big group or something, and then Quake will look better than usual. Come on, encounter rate. How come you never get any battles when you want them? Seriously, game? I wish I could walk this far in a dungeon. Alright, this should work out just fine. Oh, I forgot to unequip. Yeah, that's alright. So yeah, 50 MP. Get to see what happens here. Oops, no, that is not... I wanted to defend. Ah. So unfortunately, Cecil is going to keep attacking, which is going to interfere with my test here. But if she summons White, seeing as this is the first time, White replaces her. And because he's like AI controlled, he just automatically picks one of his abilities randomly. And he only has one ability, he just uses it. I think that's pretty effective. I mean, 6,000 damage for Quake isn't bad. I need to unequip that damn source. The Avenger is maybe not as good as I was hoping. So, it's got great attack power, but you need to use probably the Ogre Killer, to be honest. And then we need to actually cure you. So, that's against fairly easy enemies, to be honest. Let's go to the next dungeon and we'll test it out there. And I will do the next dungeon pretty soon, pretty much now. But I just want to test out White a little bit more before we get started. Actually, interestingly enough, because I thought of it, you do fight different enemies on this continent, the other continents besides the main one. So if you're trying to wrap up your bestiary, you can miss a lot of enemies around here because you've got an airship. You don't fight on the overworld very much anymore. So if we can get another random encounter, you should see some new enemies. Yeah. So, Yellow Dragon. It's not that bad, but it can definitely hurt. I'm glad we've got so many people that take half damage from lightning. Oh, I should cast Libra. That's what I want to do. It is doing pretty good damage. It'll probably kill Edge very quickly. So let's see. Quake from White. 3,000 now. Yeah, these guys probably have a lot more magic defense than the other enemies we're fighting. But still, 3,000, almost 4,000 damage is pretty good. Pretty good. And once we have more abilities for White, we might be able to get him a little bit better set up. I mean, you can see, yeah, these guys, they don't take much damage compared to the rest of the team. Or compared to other enemies. This is a very tough battle, actually. This is nearly boss tier for this point in the game. Should have maybe cried to reduce his defense power a little bit. So, I mean, this is just an example of something you could do with White. There are some really good combinations depending on your abilities, so I just wanted to at least give it a try, basically. But White does not use MP, so that does not count towards Rydia's. And there you go. That I wonder if Quake does physical damage, because that was a lot better than the other ones. Anyway, so for 50 MP, Rydia cast 3 Quakes at higher damage than she can do, if you want to think about it like that, which is a pretty good deal. So there you go. I believe White's other stats may mimic Rydia's. Remember his HP, I think, is the same as Rydia's. Probably his other stats. I'm pretty sure his attack 30, accuracy 80, all that was based on hers. So maybe if you gave her back the whip or something and whatever, just leveled Rydia up higher, it will make White a little bit better. But anyway, that's that. I'm going to take a small break before I do the Cave of the Eidolons. I'm not feeling very well, actually. I just wanted to show you the White thing, and then we'll continue this episode in a minute, but I need a little break. So I'll see you guys in a second for you, but I'm taking this... Whatever. See you guys in a little bit. My head hurts. And I am finally back, folks. So, sorry for the cut there. It's actually been like a week since I started this episode. I had a really nasty headache. I don't know if you guys ever get those, but it's just sort of out of the blue, bam, and it was like really hard to concentrate or talk. So, I apologize if I was a little bit off norm at the end of that. Well, at the end of the last section. Anyway, to get on with things, we're going to the Cave of the Eidolons next. We did the Sylphs last time, and now we're doing a fairly similar dungeon, to be honest. Although, if I remember correctly, the enemies aren't as horrible as the Sylph Cave. Like, I forgot just how bad those Marlboros and things were in the last place. Now, similarly, the ground is, you know, bad. You burn to death pretty quickly here. I think it does similar damage as the poison. I don't know if it's exactly the same, but the solution is the same. We're going to cast Float again every floor, and hopefully, if my memory is working, we don't have as many floor switches in this version, or in this cave, as the Sylph floor to get all the treasure. There's again a fair number of secret passages, but I think it's a little bit more linear of a dungeon, perhaps, is maybe the way to phrase it. And maybe the random encounter rate will be a little bit kinder for us, would be nice. Just trying to keep an eye on the walls. You can sometimes see the little holes in the walls. Sometimes they're hidden completely. So these guys, Blood Eyes, we've got kind of new enemies here. I guess you could say new enemies indeed. Let's give them a scan, or whatever you call them in this version. Yeah, they come with instant death, which I get the feeling they're mostly going to focus on Cecil. I don't think we actually have, we don't actually have a way to become immune to death yet, is what I'm trying to say. Which would be nice. I think I meant to actually use Cane on Cry rather than Jump, and actually anyway, you can see single target sleep right off the bat is better than multi-target sleep, which is what we were dealing with in the last dungeon. And besides, the jump attack from Cain did just fine. So, they still have an instant death attack that can be pretty annoying, but I get the feeling they're not going to be as brutal as whatever all the names were, Marlboros and those skull things. I'll never speak of them again. I want to make sure I finish the map, so forgive me for going back to that first room. Just in case it's a dead end. And I mean, this looks like a relatively easy fight again. Just one Belphegor, is that what it's called? Belphegor. So Cecil's been cursed. That will be why he did so little damage on the counterattack. And this guy is weak against light, I believe. Not that we've got very much light elemental attacks right now. Maybe I should just send everybody to attack. It's only one monster, we should be able to kill it. Now, I can't remember for sure. Let me double check. Do we recover from Curse automatically? Yeah. Alright, good. So we don't have to worry about Curse so much. The less healing between battles, the better. Okay, so this was not a dead end. In fact, it all connects up, so that's fine. It wasn't exactly backtracking. Let's pick this up. high potion. So far, nothing terribly valuable. Also, the battles have been, you know, easier. Yeah, we'll just jump on the guy in the back. We'll see if everybody else can kill the guy in the front quick. I actually think we have a pretty good chance of Rosa finishing this guy off. Come on, Rosa, take him out. Yep, that'll do. Alright, well, like I said, my memory of this dungeon is that it is not so brutal. Now, assuming we don't die here. Ah, he got us. Probably right before we finish the battle, too. Yep. Miss out on a bit of XP and you have to heal. Alright, instant death, until we can protect against it, is tough. Like I was saying, though, I'm pretty sure before very much longer we can get some equipment that can deal with that. For now, do I want to use... Let's just use Phoenix Stones. I'm going to have to buy some more of these. I know we've got Rays on Rosa, but I kind of like to save her MP for emergencies. Because once you start casting Curaga in a difficult battle, she actually burns through it alright and every time. Alright, well that's always annoying. Having to recast Float. Yeah, that's... Saving mana or MP on Rosa is probably worth your while, seeing as you're going to have to cast Float so often. Now, there's probably, again, a tent area in this dungeon because of the floating. They probably give you a way to recover. So I'm getting the feeling that maybe on this first floor there's no secret passages. It's starting to feel that way. Alright, let's just... Oh, Tornado was annoying, I remember that. I should have not auto-battled after all. Oh, that's trolling. So that's a time when draw attacks really fails us. If it wasn't for draw attacks, you know, chances are Tornado and the attack would have hit different players. So no one would have died, and we might have been able to heal it. And that time, the Tornado just flat out failed. So. As soon as Kane lands, this guy's toast. Now we'll have to recast Float again, which is everyone's favorite, I'm sure. I need to get a good handle for how much Rosa can heal, too, so I know in the future. Like, does she need to use a Cura? Does she need to use a Curaga? Takes a bit of practice. Oh, Cecil could have finished it. Let's let King jump. Jumping with an axe. In some versions, not this one obviously. In some versions you only get the jump to work if you have a spear equipped, but luckily we can jump with an axe and that works just fine. Which is convenient. So let's use Cecil to heal his little bit of damage. Because he's okay at that. And then we'll have Rosa deal with the float. Because she's the only one that's got it. Let's finish this floor up. I don't think I missed any secret passages there. You never know, though. Let's continue to camp. Oh, I've got Cura Ja, too. I remember that. Very good spell. The best healing spell, in fact. Okay. Come around for treasures and secrets. So far, the battles have been mediocre. We've got Fell Knights and we've got Imps. So, we do want to libertize them. Just so we know what we're dealing against. I expect the Fell Knights, yeah, not weak against anything. I was gonna say, if anything, maybe dark, but or maybe strong against dark, weak against light, you know, like the Imps. In this situation, I feel like a summon will probably save us some time. Counter miss. Doesn't that axe have like a 90 or 95% accuracy? Missed a fair number of hits. soon as this dragon goes, we should have instant win. And I forget. Remember a couple battles ago I mentioned how there's not very many light elemental attacks? Yeah, I forgot dragon counts as light. Mist attack. I think in like the Super Nintendo version of the game, Dragon or Mist Dragon is not light elemental, but I could be wrong. It may have just been that the base damage was too low on it for me to really use it much. But yeah, I should remember that when we're fighting, you know, even these guys, the Belfagor. Dragon can speed this up a little. Let's try a single Cura. We actually kill that guy really fast. Got those counter hits in. Well, this will do it. You know, it's a bit of a waste of MP, but 6,000 damage. Ay. Rydia is pretty awesome. She will be, obviously, she's always the big group clearer in this game. She doesn't even use, for me, she doesn't use black magic very often. She tends to just spend her MP summoning big damage and crushing entire groups in one hit. And she can already do like 4,000 to 6,000 damage to the whole group. Imagine how tough she's going to be when she's got, you know, the late game summons. Speaking of which, we are heading towards some of those. Now I'm seeing a lot of spider webs. We haven't seen a lot of spiders. I believe there is a somewhat spidery enemy around here. Pretty sure. Alright, we got another new enemy. Summon's just a goblin? I haven't even cast Fever on a goblin before, okay. This is looking pretty easy. Alright, goblin, time for you to die. As soon as Fever's over. Summoner's got a fair bit of HP, the goblin has nothing. I did equip Rydia with the rod rather than the whip. So her physical attack is garbage, but she does get more damage on her summons, which is kind of what I like. Well, this is looking to be a pretty easy fight. I think with summoners, kind of like some of the other enemies in the past, like the eggs and the little robot dude that summons enemies, whatever it's called, they can summon like different enemies. They're not always going to be the same thing. And some of them, like, you know, I don't know what the odds are, but I'm pretty sure the goblin will be the weakest. And there's probably stronger versions that it can summon. Stronger than that. You know, I thought top left might be reasonable for a secret. I do know that there's at least 1 or 2 secret passages in this dungeon. I just don't remember exactly where. Still, as you can see, it's pretty linear comparatively. Spread out the damage a little bit, and then we'll have Rydia finish them off. I mean, we're getting a lot of counterattacks here anyway. Our melee fighters are so fast and strong, actually, like, to get in a proper summon almost takes, like, we've basically killed the entire group by the time we can use it. So, although, like, are we going to clear this entire group before she can even do it? I don't know if Rosa can finish this guy. But I think this is like a summon that did, like the guy probably had like 1,000 HP left, like one more hit would have killed him. So I guess I should stop using summons for that battle. Even though there's 3 enemies, they go down really fast. So if I just single target with them rather than split up, like they'll drop like super good. I overestimated their abilities basically. One thing that I haven't shown off, you can move spells around, so you can reorganize them if you, like, say I don't want to use, I don't know, teleport's probably, like, in battle, you might want them organized a little bit better. Sight is only on the main map, so you wouldn't want it near the top. Because we've got weight-style battle, it doesn't matter much. While you're in the menu, you can take your time. If you're playing on active, you probably do want to organize your spells a little bit better. Mostly you just need to know, you have to memorize where they all are so you can get to them quickly. But you probably want the stuff you use closer to the top. rather than the stuff that's, you know what I mean. Just because the longer you're pressing up and down, the more time the enemies get to attack. It makes sense, right? Alright, let's just go on auto battle here. Maybe I should switch... Yeah, I actually am gonna... I'm gonna switch Rydia to defend for auto battle, I think. Oh, come on, don't be like that. Don't be that guy. Good. Actually, I don't want to leave auto battle on. Well... Yeah, Rydia doesn't do enough damage. Cecil's been cursed. Our ability to speed through this is going to be hampered significantly by the lack of good counter damage. Oh, but Rosa gets the confuse. Let's just give it a second to attack itself. Just in case it was going to cast death on something. Alright. I think we're doing fine. Okay, let's just quickly, forgive me while I do this. Let's change Rydia's auto battle to just plain old defend. Everybody else can just be on normal attack, or aim is fine. I mean, I could put Rosa on just plain old attack with her arrows, but she'd have a 77 accuracy. Aim just takes a little bit longer, and you get 100%. So. Soma drop. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Max MP, anybody? I think so. It's only plus 10, but we're gonna keep giving the Soma drops to Rosa. For one, Rydia's MP growth is a bit faster anyway. And like I said before, I think Rosa uses her MP. Well, I mean, Rydia's summons are pretty good, but you know, we talked about it before. Rosa doesn't get Osmos, and like Rydia can sometimes drain. And it's kind of more like it's more important to have healing magic. Like if you run out of black magic, whatever, Rydia can just use an ether on herself or something. But if you run out of MP on your white mage, maybe you really needed that turn to resurrect somebody or you know, heal basically. We got Thunder Dragon. I'm gonna assume that it's strong against lightning. Yeah, it even absorbs it. It also has a ton of HP. Yeah, in Final Fantasy IV, as a rule, dragon enemies are not to be trifled with. Some of them aren't too bad, but you generally want to keep your wits about you when you're fighting dragons, basically. They tend to have a lot of HP. A lot of them have, like, counterattacks and magic counters with that. And nasty elementals. And just to give you a bit of scale here, Cecil is taking, I believe, half damage from those lightning attacks, thunder attacks, because of his diamond armor. Or diamond, whatever, helmet, gloves, whatever. So, that's a pretty potent attack. If that hit Edge, it could nearly kill him in one hit, I bet you. So, in fact, it probably can. So, another win for draw attacks. Yeah, that battle worked out pretty well, but I think if you don't have draw or lightning resistance, it's gonna hurt. Alright, here we go. See, I was talking about these spider ladies. Anyway, they got Earthquake. Now, hopefully, you've been keeping float on everyone for the lava, because if you don't, that's gonna really sting. Earthquake / Quake in Black Magic is a very, very strong spell. So they're weak against ice. I guess we'll go with Shiva. They're really not that bad, though, to be honest. As long as you're floating and Quake can't hit you, I don't think they'll cause much problem. But I figure we might as well use Shiva to wipe them out the first time. That just shows them who's boss, right? Here, 5,000 damage to everybody. Almost enough to one-shot. And that's Rydia with fast talking. That's kind of the trouble with magic, of course, in this game, is the really powerful spells take a long time to cast. So So maybe you're often better just beating them down with your swords. Still no secret passages that I can see or find. There's gotta be one around here somewhere, though. We also haven't found any, like, useful treasure. Just random consumables that aren't that great. There is some good stuff, I'm pretty sure. Let's just go to auto battle now. You could also argue that Cecil, for auto battle, might be better off to have defend as well. That way he would take half damage and then counter, just to keep him alive. But I think we're sufficiently strong enough to just fast forward through these now. You know me, I like to show the battles off properly once or twice. Especially if they're difficult battles. And then once you've got the hang of it... Counter miss. Anyway, there we go. Continuing to get levels up. There is some interesting effects. Oh, see, yeah, you can almost see that one on the main screen. There is some interesting effects once you get to level 75. It's not even really a shortcut. I mean, it is sort of a shortcut, but like, it doesn't really matter. Oh wait, no, this is a teleporter. I didn't mean to go in it. Dang it! I wasn't. Hopefully this just takes us back to where we just were. I was gonna save the Fey mark for next episode. Alright, so that's the end of the dungeon. That one secret wall passage we didn't even need to use. That's pretty bad. Okay, hold on. No auto battle here. Let's start with Try. And we're gonna summon Dragon. Because Cecil is gonna require some significant healing. Oh, he's dead. We didn't even get a chance cast Cura on him. That's pretty brutal. Like I said, dragons. So a double Thunder Dragon may be the most difficult group you can find in here. Okay, so not having our tank is gonna be bad. Alright, yeah, Kane's got the defense against lightning, so that's not so bad. Let's go Kiragon everybody. Almost. We'll do another summon. We're almost at the end of the dungeon. We'll do this to try to speed it up a little bit. I was kind of hoping that Kane would land before I cast Kiraga, and then it could heal him as well, but it should be okay. Come on, you gotta survive this, Cecil. Alright, good thing we gave you the diamond armor. Alright, that should kill one, and Kane kill the other? Somebody should kill the other. Alright, not too bad, but yeah, if you're not at full HP, Cecil goes down quick. Alright. We survived. We continue to get levels up like crazy. No real need to do grinding, so long as you're getting levels up like this. Unless you're having a really, really difficult time here. But if I remember the numbers, we're already pretty high leveled. I think... Oh, he died, right? I'm trying to remember... I don't want to spoil the next areas, but before we get to the third world... Spoiler alert. I'm pretty sure I usually was just like level 55 or something. And then you hit level 60 to 65 at the end of the game for the very end. Alright, good. We did find a new weapon that got ambushed. What did we get? Alright, this should be easy. We'll just auto it. We fought essentially this battle many times. When we're fighting against physical enemies that all just attack Cecil, assuming he can tank it, it's no problem. killed 2 out of 3 in a single round. That's pretty solid. And maybe we'll get a new sword for Cecil right here. Alright, give me the goods. Not really. So the Avenger was pretty good, but it had that auto berserk, which is a little crazy. Defender, on the other hand, there we go. So we get higher attack power, but look at that defense. Oh, that's perfect. We're going to keep this on Cecil for a long time. Because of his tanky behavior, man, that is perfect. He's also going to be better at casting his white magic. He loses a bit of strength, but he makes it up in attack. So that, my friends, is a valuable catch. Spirit may also influence your magic defense, although I'm not 100% sure. So it's starting to feel like maybe there weren't any good secret passages. I did find the one, but there was nothing in it. I promise you guys, I seem to remember using some secret passages. I must have, like... Maybe there's still a little bit more to explore before we go to save this. The video is starting to get a little bit long, but I want to finish this dungeon up completely, and then we'll do the Feymark next time. Just double checking here. Well, we found one sort of secret route, but it wasn't that good. But we definitely want to finish the map up regardless. So let's head to the bottom left, see what's over there. It's probably like a high potion. Okay, this should be easy. I guess I should heal up Kane at some point. I realize I forgot about that. Okay, so now that I gave him the defender, he's missing all his attacks. Seriously, Cecil, what are you doing? There you go. So it does about as much damage as the Ogre Killer did. In fact, now that I think about it, I should hand me down his Ogre Killer to Kane. Because he's just got the Dwarven Axe still. And yeah. Hand me down weapons. Like I said, it's been like a week since I played. So, Ogre Killer, yeah, plus 8 damage, loses 1 speed, yeah, it's definitely a small improvement. Or a big improvement if we find any ogres. Alright, this was a secret passage, sort of, except that it was on the map. Alright. Counting on Cecil not missing all of his attacks this time around. There we go. I suppose, because it's so unlikely that Brittany will ever be attacked, for auto battle, I could have her use the rod. I think her rod is like... Let's heal up here. I should be careful, because these might have, like, defenders, like ambushes. Her current rod is polymorph, which means it casts pig or something. Oh, poison axe. Right? Isn't that what I gave her? It's not like the old fire rods that just do plain damage. I could give her the ice rod or thunder. Like, you know, I could give her fire 1, ice 1, or flame 1, but fairy rod. No, it's confused. You know, that's actually not. That's likely to work on a fair number of enemies. Now that I think about it. So instead of defend, I will give her a slightly useful auto battle command. Because defend is not going to make any difference. Also, I did see there, we'll use that in a bit, that there is a hole over here. Where does this take us? So, if this just connects up all the way around, there is a secret passage, but it's not very important. Let's see if the fairy rod even works here. Or actually, this thing will probably be dead before we can use it. I mean, I don't think confusing an enemy while we're all physically attacking it's going to really cause much difference, because we'll just break the confusion instantly. Alright, well, it appears there's an outer secret ring for this dungeon, for this floor. It's just not going to be very helpful. Okay, I think we can auto-battle one Thunder Dragon. If we can hit it. Maybe this will work? No. And round 2, it had, what would you say, 12,000 HP? Should take probably 2 rounds. You can definitely confuse it, given that Rose's arrows confused it. Anyway, 2 rounds and +1. And, you know, perhaps that confusion there on the arrows actually saved us a hit. So, I'll take it. So I can't go any further up from there. So it looks like that whole secret wall is pretty not important. Alright, let's see if we can take out 3 Arimans, or whatever these are called. They're not exactly Arimans, they're just baby Arimans. Got 1. They die awfully quick. The trick is just, do they cast death? Oh, perfect. Nice one, Rudy. Okay, I'm glad I gave her the fairy rock. I think that bought us enough time to get in before it had another turn. Probably, like, once you get confused, it probably resets your timer for your action. So, it actually, even if we immediately break it with an attack, a physical attack, I think you actually, if it resets the enemy's timer for actions, I think that's actually probably worth it. Anyway, let's wrap it up for here. Next episode, we'll explore the Fey Mark and see how much time we have after that. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you have enjoyed, and have a